far does China have to go? How much more repression? How big a trade deficit and loss of jobs for the American worker? And how much more dangerous proliferation has to exist before members of this House of Representatives will say, I will not endorse the status quo?
Well, ain't this interesting? Let's see what else she has to say.
Of our colleagues to this chart on the status quo that the business community is asking each and every one of us to endorse today. Right now, we have a $34 billion trade deficit with China, the 1995 figure. It will be over $40 billion for 1996. Since the Tiananmen Square massacre, this figure has increased 1,000%, from $3.5 billion then to about $34 billion now. In terms of tariffs, I think it's interesting to note that the average U.S. MFN tariff on Chinese goods coming into the United States is 2%, whereas the average Chinese MFN tariff on U.S. goods going into China is 35%. Is that reciprocal?
Wow, would you look at that? You see, guys, they've been screaming about this for years, about how China needed to be dealt with. They were screaming for years about how bad things were getting with China. But as soon as Trump said something about it, it was a problem then. Let's continue.
This is the biggest and cruelest hoax of all. Not only do we not have market access, not only do they have prohibitive tariffs, not only are our exports not let in very specifically, but China benefits with at least 10 million jobs from U.S.-China trade. The president, in his statement requesting this special waiver, said that China trade supports 170,000 jobs in the United States, 170,000 jobs, whereas our imports from China support 10 million jobs at least. Fact is that U.S.-China trade is a job loser.
So look, this is just a short reel, so I can't explain everything in this video, but I am here to tell you that Trump knew exactly what he was doing, okay? Both sides have been arguing about there needing to be change with China for a long time, or it was going to get ugly. Trump finally did something, and you see how it's working out now. So I will be the one to sit here and tell you, he knew what he was doing, and he wrote about it in his book 40 years ago. You guys just don't want to admit that he's a master negotiator and he knew what he was doing.